Whether you're a long-time player of AQW, or someone who just dips in and out, or even a newcomer, you'll have heard of AQ2D, perhaps by various other names, AQW Infinity, AQW Mobile, and more. But why is it such a controversial part of AE's history, and where is it now? The first mention of AQW Mobile began in 2012 from Artix's YouTube channel himself. The title has since been changed from AQW Mobile into First Test of Animating 2 Flash Characters on an iPhone 3, but more on that later. Since then, some speculation had begun on a future version of AQW that could be ran on mobile. However, players wouldn't have to wait long until they could play it on mobile, not through AE, but through an app called Puffin. Puffin was a mobile app that acted as a browser but with Flash Player, so you could play AQW on your phone. It was a nice alternative, but there were a few issues. It wasn't super responsive, and your clicks weren't very exact. And its full screen mode wasn't great either. But just the existence of Puffin took away some pressure from AE, but it wouldn't be long before AQ2D is brought back to attention. AE had a huge project for AQW known as the server rewrite. Now they were talking about this all the way back in 2015 and even earlier, claiming it was 90% done. It promised changes in enhancement systems, combat systems, and much more. But only in 2019 did they actually reveal that the whole thing was cancelled, or in their words, it would be moved on to AQW Mobile instead. So all the attention from the server rewrite was moved on to AQ2D. In about 2020-2021, Artix started tweeting out pictures of AQ2D, whether it was a screenshot of Battlon or an inventory system. It was only small snippets, but it kept the player base engaged. And then in December of 2021, a YouTuber decided to call them out on this, claiming the whole project was a farce, and they were stringing along the players fully well knowing there was no AQ2D and certainly not anytime soon. A lot of big claims were made, and to really show he meant what he said, he bet his whole AQW account there would be not a single playable version of AQ2D within the next 2 years. So 2023 December was the deadline. And to everyone's surprise, less than 10 days later, Artix made an almost direct response to that video, proving there was in fact an AQ2D being worked on. He showed a character moving about in Battlon and even /Lair, playing on a Nintendo Switch, PC, and a tablet. This revived the hopes of many players, and to add on, he made a website, aq2d.com, where he'd post bi-weekly blogs on progress updates. For once, things were actually looking up. Progress was faster than ever. By 2023, they had made an official trailer for AQW Mobile, but decided to rename it Infinity. It was now available on Steam to wishlist, as it wasn't fully ready yet. But the deadline of 2023 December drew closer, and nothing significant was available yet, except for one important design note, titled Expectation Setting. The goal was to bust some myths and rumors around the game, such as, a YouTuber told me 2 years is enough for a fully completed game. If we were building a new game, yes, 100%, but converting the current game has been wildly complex. The 2011 iPhone 3 video, where he announced something that shocked the entire player base. You have been working on this for 12 years, where is it? We have not been working on this for 12 years. The earliest attempt at AQW Mobile was targeting WebGL in 2017. It was moved to the back burner because devices of that era were too weak to run it, which means they only really began in 2020. That was when they actually started working on AQ2D. Understandably, this upset the player base, and Artix did apologize for the miscommunication from him to the player base, for the lack of transparency between 2017 to 2020. However, it didn't stop comments such as, phones were too weak to run AQ Mobile in 2017, but powerful enough to run games like Infinity Blade 3, Mass Effect Initiator, Battleheart Legacy, and many more. In December, they announced a playable tech demo for anyone who's a 15th upholder of AQW. The tech demo was released just a week after the deadline, so the YouTuber managed to keep his account anyways. And for the first time in over a decade, people were actually playing AQ2D. Not quite on mobile yet, but even the tech demo was a big step forward. The animations were much smoother, 60 FPS, less lag, and a different combat system, and even a new class. About a week later, they released one more tech demo where you could fight monsters, and if you check the AQ2D blog, there's been nothing on there since February, and right now it's April 1st. So the question remains, How long do we have to wait until an official release? Is it anytime soon? Or will there be another decade of waiting? Like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you guys think in the comments.